Now, is a can of Coke really that evil? This delicious, scrumptious little can right here. Did you know 1.9 billion cans of these get drinking every bloody day? But let's go into why you might think this is evil. Now, this is a can of Coke, and this is how much sugar is in a can of Coke. Oh, still gumming there. Roughly 39 grams of sugar is in a can of Coke. Now, sugar's not bad. What's bad is refined sugar, and let me explain. This right here is an apple, and this apple contains sugar, but it also contains fiber and vitamins. And when you eat it, it takes time for your body to digest it, and it doesn't really mess with your blood sugar levels at all. But if I was to take this apple and boil it down and only extract the sugar, I would be left with this, refined sugar. And what's bad about refined sugar, it has no nutritional value, right? And once you eat it, it gets absorbed into your blood very quickly, causing your blood sugar to rise and causing your insulin to rise, and then followed by a big crash. And this extremes are hard on the body. But what's even crazier is this is actually more addictive than cocaine. Say hello to my little friends. This right here is cocaine. But it's not actually cocaine, it's flour. And this right here is refined sugar. And this is more addictive than this. Now, why is refined sugar so bad? Well, basically within 45 minutes of digesting this, it causes an immune suppressant. It goes in your bone marrow and stops producing white blood cells, which means cancer cells, bacteria, parasites, viruses can flourish in your body. We don't want that. Next, this causes an insulin spike and then a crash. And if you do that for 20 years, it causes type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes is terrible, you don't want it. It also causes inflammation in the body. And because this is fuel, if you don't burn it off, it gets stored as fat. So you will have weight gain. And now because this is so addictive, you will crave more sugar and you'll gain more weight. But let me show you what happens when you digest this. It enters your body and gets absorbed. Check this out. So when you start to drink a can of Coke, your body releases insulin. So insulin basically takes that refined sugar, turns it into glucose, and lets your blood cells in your body use it as fuel. So it goes way above baseline, and then you get the crash, you go below baseline, and then it evens itself out. And that's what a can of Coke does to you. Now, one can of Coke isn't bad for you. Your body's well equipped to handle a can of Coke. Your insulin's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. But the thing that starts getting a little tricky is this thing makes you crave more sweet things. And that's what I call is the naughty box. So what's in the naughty box? So after you consume this delicious beverage, you start wanting to go towards chippy chips. You know, you got your Doritos and your pork rinds. Not only that, you got your cookies now. So now you're keep jacking up that insulin to withstand all the sugar, because with sugar, you crave more sugar. Remember when I said it's more addictive than bloody cocaine? Look at that, now we got a candy bar, and you're jacking that into your body. So this is a gateway drink to other sweet, delicious things. And one can isn't bad, but now your insulin keeps rising and rising and rising. And now you're polluting your body. These are all calories. You have to burn this, or it's gonna be stored as fat. That's what's gonna happen. And then, if you continue to do these bad habits, this is what's gonna happen. Check this out. So this is what happens when you have a can of Coke. Your insulin goes up, drops below baseline, and then levels out. But if you continue this over the next 20 years and you keep putting your body through the extreme spikes of insulin, what happens is you start to get insulin resistance and causes type 2 diabetes. Now, what happens with type 2 diabetes is your body can't absorb the sugar, you get sugar in the blood, and all sorts of bad things start to happen, which I'm going to tell you in just a little bit. But the end result is death. Now, 12% of the American people have type 2 diabetes, and here's all the fun stuff that gets associated with it. First of all, you get a higher risk of heart attack, liver failure, you get to be obese, woo! Also, erectile dysfunction, and your vision stops working, and because you're more susceptible to infection, you might get a limb amputated. I mean, this is some nasty stuff that's so easy to solve only if you change your diet. I mean, the thing is about your body is this gotta last you 80 years, and you can choose to treat it like a temple or a dumpster. But if you choose to treat it like a dumpster, you are going to suffer the whole way through. And from the bottom of my heart, I do not want anyone to have that. Now, I understand sugar is addictive, and there's two ways you can look at this. It's addictive, there's nothing I can do about it, and the corporations are gonna win. And we can't have the corporations winning. Or you take the hero's approach and say, I'm gonna slay the sugar dragon, and I'm gonna live an incredibly healthy, happy life. Now, I hope you pick option 2, and I hope this information helped you. And I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.